Hello everybody, welcome back to Tales of Arise. My name is Aiden Blaze, and we just finished a whole bunch of goddamn fucking cutscenes, boss fights and whatnot. We talked with some of Dohren's friends, but it's time to move on to Lenegis' deeper parts of the Forbidden Zone. Oh, more corridors.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
Alright, I don't have control of this. No, I do. Isn't this like one of...
This looks like some kind of research facility.
Yeah, isn't this where Alphen was?
A
Like in
laboratory
his
secreted away in the Forbidden Zone.
flashbacks?
Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
I doubt it, but sure. The Forbidden Zone.
For the people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Yeah.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin?
That's a good question.
Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
No siree,
Did
no
no
they
one ever
cannot.
talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
Sure they weren't.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was.
But it
But
ain't.
now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
I mean, obviously there was a lot of Renans here before. Back when they were experimenting with Alphen and everything, right? Huh? It's equipment for storing human bodies. Whether it held living or dead ones, they are all empty now. Interesting. And notice, this area will now be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. Fucking shut up, phone.
I think I can make this work.
Oh, it works actually, wow. So much letters going past?
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Danan.
Mm-hmm.
Codename Sovereign.
Yeah, that's Alphen.
Sovereign!
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master course.
Yeah. Sounds pretty much on the dot.
With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the lords? Why would they be on there?
Because of the master course.
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Of course,
Where do
I'm
I
curious
start?
about your
All I've
own
read so
thing.
far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized...
Wait. Specialized
it?
waiting.
Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
Read it. Motherfucker.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful.
Well, that was fast.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA.
Given name.
Given name, Alphen.
Well, it's obvious you're the successful one. You're still alive. And you have
They
the Sovereign
re-engineered
quest.
me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Probably. Maybe Volhrun. Maybe he was successful.
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name,
Volhrun.
Volhrun.
Yep. Saw it coming.
Volhrun? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volhrun are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest.
Interesting, interesting.
It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
Yeah, for gathering Danon's astral energy.
Even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me.
And Volhrun.
Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
I doubt it.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
Yeah, sure.
I'll do that.
I will.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volhrun as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
You're right. Let's see what the skit has to say first.
Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But It's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have...
Yeah. All that supportive good shit. Select a topic to explore, the Sovereign. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 240 and an ID crest. Danon subject serves as the base of its creation. Inferior ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover with real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability, coupled with the Sovereign's powers of astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. Addendum 1. No effective alternate methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Danon subjects are authorized to continue. Addendum 2. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation take place. Select the topic to explore. The main acts as a Sovereign support mechanism for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 240 and an ID crest. A random subject serves its functions, providing the Sovereign with the supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Renas Alma. During the ceremony, it is partially responsible for astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining stability over the Sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the maidens has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Addendum 2. In line with planned adjustments, the current subject will have its main registration revoked and be returned to its original household. Select that. Okay. Am I able to explore all the terminals? Wow, these terminals are high as fuck. Look how tall they are. What the fuck? Sedative mask, brainwashing report. What the fuck? After receiving reports of a robust new form of rule emerging in Dana's water realm, a study was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. This system is unique in that it elevates only the Lord as the supreme authority while relegating both realms and downs alike to enslavement. Test subject serves as the realm's current Lord and has achieved this without the use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Rather, it is done by sheer governance. Given this method's effectiveness, as population control monitoring of the situation will continue. Addendum: collapse in cognitive facilities via extreme mental repression rooted in violence and fear has proven to be key to the style of rule. Once the subject loses its autonomy, they become desensitized to fear and subsequently cease to prioritize even their own personal safety. Though such a state is ill-suited for commanding officers, it remains an effective way to cultivate disposable infantry and slaves for manual labor. Soldiers in Lenegis who have undergone this treatment will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial. They'll also be monitored. Select that. Okay. I don't really care about sedated masks. Lenegis, detachable harvester. Wait, detachable harvester? That's the wedge! A massive spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves as the tip of Lenegis' conduit from which it separates. Upon landing in Dana's waters, it extends two sets of conduiting pathways. The vertical pathways connect to the center of Dana. Meanwhile, the horizontal pathways proceed to envelop the entire surface of Dana. Once activated, it links to the biological spirit vessels placed in each realm, effectively harvesting the planet's astral energy en masse. The accumulated energy is then transmitted to Rana via Lenegis. Because construction and adjustment to take place in the Forbidden Zone's regulator area, Lenegis' outer layer must be deployed prior to launch. intended to function autonomously. For fuck's sake. Only maintenance personnel are expected to manually interface with it when necessary. No other personnel is required for it to function. Addendum, Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dana after exploding due to the rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign. Detachable Harvester 2's landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. This is due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling easier connection to the center of Dana. Huh. Master Cores. Master Cores are instruments of powerful containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these Master Cores, those of Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, and Light, are loaned to Renan Lords at the time of the Crown Contest. Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Rena's element is ready to be reformed, its existence kept top secret. Underneath a Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each Lord competes in the Crown Contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each Lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renaissance materializes. Be advised that the active Master Cores may resonate with other Master Cores located in close proximity and become unstable. Due to successful regeneration of the Rena's Alma, Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the Crown Contest will be permanently halted. Spirit Cores are end terminals used for the collection of astral energy. When embedded in the biological subject, it establishes connection throughout its body. These connections are used to amass astral energy generated from the physical activity, which is then emitted from the host body itself. Because this emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within a range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. This means that Danans must be employed to harvest the astral energy for the purpose of the Crown Contest. Given the difficulty in producing them, it is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from host bodies and reused upon their death. Spirit cores can also be embedded in Zoogles to control them via astral arts. Increased physical load on a host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Final confirmation of ideal workload to impose on host bodies without inducing death for maximum astral energy yields is still pending. Interesting. The spirit cores are the thing that basically the slaves had. Lords, unique adjustment index test report. Following report, the second successful case of test experimentation, volhrun. And surpasses height latent potential. It exhibits significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. So such risk is posed surpass even those the last successful itself is a failure, therefore under consideration for disposal. Okay. Okay, this is all stuff we already had in the cutscene as information. Nothing to add to it, basically. Okay, chest. Life bottles, thank you. A room and change will 3 centuries, like time itself has stopped here. Right. Right. There's gotta be a cutscene here somewhere. You see a lot of numbers, looks like logs of element alignment between subject and language proper. Oh, there's some. Oh, I didn't even notice the chest. Rape joy. Another cutscene with Dana's astral energy being used. Oh, RMS Dude Man.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain.
Right.
Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Okay, so this is how he was placed to sleep. But how did he get into the ship?
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode.
Please do.
The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%?
Yep.
And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Yep.
But... if I don't head back, Lennigus will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try.
Alrighty then.
I hope it's enough.
Goodbye, Elfin.
Please,
Oh.
live for me, Alphen.
Well, he's living for your look-alike, but sure.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lennigus.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lennigus crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Mm-hmm. That you do, my friend.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
Well, doing the same thing he's been doing so far.
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
Iron Mask dude, man.
She
Yes.
did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
And that he did, and he became Iron Mask dude, man. Well, my controller bugged out a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, come on, this has to be a fucking cutscene or something. Heavy treat. Nothing over here. Sucks I can't take those planks with me.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
That we did,
Of course.
yes.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Yes. What are you doing? Shia and Alphen, what the fuck are you two doing?
Naori. What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself.
What do you mean?
The
They linked
Renis
his
Alma was
consciousness
intended to
Ren
control his power,
Lenegis.
lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Right.
Linked to
And do
Lenegis
what
itself?
with it?
But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me.
That didn't work.
But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done.
Right.
With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how.
Well, you didn't fail, you succeeded. Instead of killing everything that
Especially
lives,
since that
you
power
only killed a
was
few
astral
thousand, right?
energy
Call that a
itself.
success.
In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead.
Okay.
That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear.
Volhrun? Fuck no.
Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well.
Oh, you did.
Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Well, there's your answers to how it came to be, but that's not an answer on how to remove it.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
That's a good question. Kisara? That's a good question.
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the maiden's outfit?
That's right.
Seems so.
These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
That's a good question. Well,
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
possibly.
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns.
Right. Supposedly.
Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
Supposedly.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
Right.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
Well, you're not just staking everything you've got on it.
I
You're
know
literally...
it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it.
Alphen, you're betting the entirety of the
Just
planets
hearing
on
there's
it.
the slightest chance. Even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Ridding Shion of her curse is saving the
Naori
world.
entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah.
Sounds
We can
easy.
protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I
I too
said.
shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Who the fuck said that?
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself.
Right?
She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself.
And you
finally
will.
know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're
Yes.
worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Skill panel. Hooray. Revitalize. An advanced healing art that restores all allies' HP. Ooh. I'll take it. So we got something. Ceremonial garb given to the chosen maiden, capable of interfering with astral energy. It's worn to contain the sovereign's power. Gam Artalis. Ceremonial garb given to the chosen sovereign, granting them the endurance to withstand the immense power of the spirit channeling ceremony. And he got his new sword. It's way more powerful. Way more powerful. I'll get the fuck out of there. We have a new ruler now.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her.
They
The one
didn't.
separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which
course she
basically
didn't. Why
meant
would
that
she?
she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
Maybe. Okay, Forbidden Zone. So we have to go to the store. Heinrichfilgras, Milgras, whatever the fuck that is, because I can't fucking read it, because my PC loads it too fast. Transfer, but to where? My booty better be safe. My booty better be safe over here. I like the dress though. It's a very pretty dress, I must confess. No, it's a cutscene. Who would have thought?
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
Maybe.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
Maybe.
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Alphen, you can do this. You can do this. You You can do this. I believe in you.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Right. Go to the depths of the Forbidden Zone.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
No shit.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... it reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger here.
So this is where the
In
energy
a
is
portion
being
of the city
stored.
reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
Probably
This
not.
place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles.
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
Illuminate
That
you
depends.
further?
Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now
Sure.
all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Shut up, Renwell. Nobody likes you. Another cutscene? God, for fuck's sake. Let me look around.
Volhrun! He really was still alive.
Well, I guess he is.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
All once more. The powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
At the shrine of the true sovereign.
He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Red woman?
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Is the red woman a maiden?
That this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion.
Yeah, so you better do something about that.
Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy.
Nope. Are
That
you?
said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not
Okay.
gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman!
Yep.
So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They
What's
all have the
happening?
same face? How is that even possible?
Really? That the same face is the thing you're concerned about, Renwell. Really? The same face? Oh, this does not look good.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
No.
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
This does not look good.
They're not feeling
Oh, so much HP.
particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Damn it.
Holy land!
Resonate with the
Walk
earth.
into my blood!
Alrighty then.
It's over.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy
I somehow got super low on HP and I don't have any CP to fight with. Hooray.
Ready to go! Resonate with the earth!
Oh boy.
Eat dirt!
Burn! Take this!
Go! That'll bring you down!
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
In your hands now. You'll pay for
No Hulling died. That's
only
nice.
Eternal Devastation!
Here, let me help!
Alphen.
Zephyr Trident!
Double Demon Fang!
Toxicity!
With the earth! Crush! Stalagmite!
Here, let me help!
No Hulling.
First aid!
Good health back.
Here, let me help!
No healing needed right now.
I'm only getting started! Here I go! And again!
Come on.
And again!
Now or never! Double Demon Fang!
What are these circles they're throwing at me? Like fucking saw blades. What the fuck?
Take this!
Here I go! How's this? Here, let me help! Here's a healing art!
Healing arts.
Here, let me help!
Demon Fang!
Here's a healing art!
Healing arts. Alphen. Arts. Revitalize. Scanner that restores all allies' HP. So, what do you mean?
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Friends!
Resurrection! Forcing this blade! One more!
Take this!
Resurrection, except not really.
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring
Let the
Leopard in
marksman
hell!
handle this! Go! Zephyr Trident!
Resonate with the earth! Severing wind!
Stalagmite!
Devastation!
You're mine!
Rising Falcon!
Here I go! And again!
Wait, are they resisting to this?
Stalagmite!
No.
On your knees!
Go! That'll bring you down! Lightning condemned!
Blah 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 magic.
you!
Leave the charges to me!
There's absolutely nothing about this that I could use against them.
I'm only...
I'm nearly done for.
Here's a healing art!
Eat dirt! Blackened blade!
Here, let me help!
Come on.
First aid!
owe you one.
Here's a healing art!
Stop interrupting me.
Here's a healing art! Sharpness!
Stop.
Take it! Here, let me help!
Stop.
Here's a healing art!
Fuck's sake.
I can't heal you forever!
Let me.
Don't
For
leave
fuck's sake.
me! There! One more!
Pieces of shit.
Zephyr Trident! Eat dirt! I never miss! Sharpness!
Double
First
Demon
aid!
Fang!
They're all after me. Look, they're all fucking after me.
On your Try this!
I'm only getting started!
Current!
Fire's attack!
Yeah, Infernal Torrent.
Rending you a bloody howling! This should do it!
You don't even use like any sort of goddamn fucking magic for me to use Rinwell's fucking booster or anything for.
A new lease on life! It's over!
You can't get out of
Come
this!
on.
There!
On your knees! You're mine!
Oh boy.
Zephyr Trident!
Bathed in blood! Rending you a fight!
Over!
Bloody howling!
Here's a healing art!
Alphen, you need
First
help.
aid!
These guys, girls, need to stop targeting me.
Here's a healing...
For fuck's sake.
Sorry to trouble you.
You do the same for me.
That helps.
First
Yeah,
aid!
you do the same.
My reach is even wider!
Illuminate the dark! Here I go! It's time to finish this!
Hopefully.
Die! Consuming
I don't think it's going to
wildfire!
go over 1,000 damage. Okay, it went to 5,000 damage. Never mind.
Here I go! Got you! Here's a healing art!
No, stop interrupting me!
First aid! Think again! You're open! Got you!
These girls have such a fucking later boner for me. What the fuck?
Going!
They smite with blackened blade! Save you!
Here, let me help! First aid!
You really think I'm that fucking big of a deal? And not Alphen?
In a bind! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm grateful.
Radiant, here! Ready to go!
Rising Wyvern!
There!
Light Spear!
Radiant, here!
Can you fucking turn towards the fucking bitches?
Back into the fray.
Why are they all so fucking concentrated on me?
Anything in armor is all mine.
Of course Alton fucking died. Fucking bitch.
Armor won't save you.
I'm ready.
Fucking bitch, Alton. You're a fucking bitch.
Imbue this vanquished soul with life.
First aid.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
You're mine.
Demon Fang, double Demon Fang, triple Demon Fang, quadruple Demon Fang, Demon Fang of the Fangs, the Demons, the Fangs, the Demons, the Fangs, the Demons, Demons, Fangs, whatever the fuck that means.
You require a hand.
Let me help.
No
Blah blah blah, man.
Resonate with the chargers to me.
I apply.
There's chargers?
I couldn't make it in time.
Let me help. Here's a healing art.
You let me cast?
Vanquished soul with life.
Here's a
Go
healing
home,
art.
himself.
First aid. I still got some fight. Here's a healing art. First aid.
Come on. Be still.
Come on, only 50,000 HP to go.
Carve through.
This one's mine. Illuminate the
Double Demon Fang.
What the fuck was that? Oh no! To the side!
Into everlasting darkness. Negative.
And no more CP left, of course.
In your hand.
What the fuck? You all died? Ow!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation.
Okay.
I'll bring you back from. I can handle
Resonate
it.
with the earth. Stalagmite.
Resuscitation.
A scream bathed in blood.
Still got
Rending you
some
apart. Double Demon
Rending you apart.
Illuminate the dark. Here's a healing art.
There's a healing art.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Already? We're close to that, the red
Anything in
woman.
armor is all mine. Bloody hell.
And where are you
I
going?
hope so, at least.
Take it.
It's time. You're mine. No further. Sword Rain Alpha. Rain Slash. Eternal Devastation. Now you see what I can do. Double Demon
Okay,
Fang.
10k HP to go.
Flame inside me.
So close.
To be let free. Elusive deity. Rotating
Stop following me.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Dance on the wind.
Zephyr Trident.
Finish it.
Alphen.
That's one
This
down.
ends now.
Or all of them
Consider
down.
yourself finished. On your knees.
Yep, not all of them down. God damn.
Surrender. Fighting is useless now.
Do you think it's really over?
That's a lot of dark astral energy floating about. Fuck off.
Astral energy. Watch out. They've got something up their sleeve.
It's a suicide bomber, alright.
What? It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
She's fine.
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Take the core. Who gives a fuck about volhrun? Just take the core.
Who said you could touch that?
I did, volhrun. Go fuck yourself. Decapitate the bitch.
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
And how are you gonna do that? You're the one who's tied up.
obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think?
That's what we know. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alphen, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
And Alphen
Were
as
they
well.
really? We already know the title of sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
That they did.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volhrun. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Volhrun was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volhrun?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Is that so? Not even the red woman wants you touching that.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Red woman, can you please kill him? Can you please smite him down for me, please?
Don't do it!
And she disappeared again. Fuck. Volhrun? Please tell me you're disintegrating. Oh no, the entire place is blowing to bits. Fuck me, fuck you, fuck everybody!
We can't stay here!
We need to go! Alphen!
Let's. Oh, he can Volhrun can supposedly get out of those chains. Fuck. Can't you use goddamn astral energies to fly? Come on. Use astral energies to fly. Fly, bitch! You don't have time! And wow, that's a pretty tall fucking jump. And Volhrun, I'm gonna die.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
A sovereign, dead, burned to ashes.
Are you
a
two
crisp,
okay?
We'll be fine.
Gelatinous.
Is Volhrun...
A pile
have
of
we finally
creamy
seen the
Volhrun
last of him?
ashes.
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
Probably.
What, those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissance. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Yeah.
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back.
That we will.
The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Well, where the fuck else are we supposed to go?
Volhrun mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
Yes.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
Quite.
So this
Although they're
thing over on
monstrous
Rena,
form, it's pretty, like,
that's what's really
robotic
behind all this,
suit-like.
They have the Renasalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head.
Yeah, let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volhrun to actually be here.
Me
He seemed
neither.
to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, and not in a good way like with us.
Right. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.